Hi friends, today's video we would learn the fiscal year variant and the posting period variance in SAP. Fiscal, let's talk, these two are separate topics. Fiscal year variant and posting period variant are two separate topics. Let's discuss this separately one by one. What is a fiscal year? Fiscal year is basically duration of a business activities or transactions or a reporting period. Now, fiscal year is actually duration of business activities or transactions or a reporting period. This is the time where the business operates. This is the fiscal year. In general, there are two types of fiscal years. One, a calendar year and a financial year. What is the difference between both of them? In fact, to be specific or strictly speaking, there are actually three. It's shortened fiscal year. I shall let you know what these are one by one. Coming to the first one, calendar year. Calendar year, as its name suggests, it starts with 1st January and ends on 31st December. Oops, sorry. And ends on 31st December. Having 12 months and 365 days. The rule for leap year also applies here. 365 non-leap years and 366 days for leap years. Now, that's a common thing. So my point is, calendar year is for which month starts for business, for which month starts on 1st January and ends on 31st December is a calendar year. Many businesses abroad other than India, in Europe, in US or Europe, follow calendar year, that is January to December. Even in Asia Pacific or Philippines, it is basically January to December, the calendar year. Let's talk about the next one, the financial year. Financial year starts on 1st April and ends on 31st March of the next year. Understood? For an example, here, 1st April 2017 till 31st March 2018 should be considered as 1 year for a business. In case of calendar year, how should we frame our example? It's 1st January 2017 till 31st December 2017 itself, not the next year, because 12 months complete on 31st December. But in case of financial year, starting from 1st April, ends, the 12 months end on 31st March 2018. That is 1 year. Both the fiscal years have 12 months in common and 365 days. It is only that a few countries like India follow financial year. The Companies Act asks the system to follow, the Income Tax Act of India guides to follow financial year, that is 1st April till 31st March of the next year. Next comes the shortened fiscal year. Now, here, the fiscal year, maybe calendar or financial year, doesn't matter, but something which has less than 12 months. Yes, any duration of a business having less than 12 months is a shortened fiscal year. Clear? For an example, construction business, majorly seen in construction business, where the contract is for 6 months. I'm into a business. For example, I'm into seasonal fruits trader. I'm a seasonal fruits trader. For example, mangoes. They're grown in summer. So I have my business only for 6 months, for example. So that is my shortened fiscal year. It was just an example. Okay. Now, so fiscal year can be any of them: calendar year, financial year, or shortened fiscal year, depending on your country or the regulations by your local authority. Since I have configured, since in fact we have configured our company code 9001 in my previous video, which is based in India, so I would be using financial year. Okay, so now let's come back to SAP. Oh, I need to log on, excuse me. Now let's get on to the display IMG. As we have discussed yesterday, a configuration is done in display IMG, not in SAP ECRs. So let's head to the display IMG using the T code SPRO. Well, I gave a pause, not that I didn't know the T code, but it is that you should just remember what T code it was, and you need to guess what the T code was. Let's get inside. I hope you must have practiced till display IMG here, and do not skip any session or do not skip any practice for the session, and do not just move around like random videos and just random subjects or topics. I have covered the topics, choosing it very well that what should be the first topic. So follow the sequence. The first was company code creation, assignment, and now we are into fiscal year and posting period variants. So under financial accounting new. So as I told you yesterday, as I told you in my previous video, that we would be using financial accounting new. I go inside financial accounting new. I see a few more topics here. These are called sub modules in FI. Financial accounting is the main module. Others are sub modules. For example, general ledger, accounts receivable, payable, bank accounting, asset accounting are sub modules. Now, this fiscal year, setting up a fiscal year variant for my company code is not a sub module. That is basically setting up my company code. That comes under global settings here. Let's go inside. Under this, we have ledgers. Under ledgers, we go here, fiscal year and posting periods. Here you are, maintain fiscal year variant. Now, we came here using the navigation step by step. What if you wanted to use a T code? As I showed in my earlier video, I'm using it again. Here, go to additional information, display key, and IMG activity. We are doing this activity to see what T code that this fiscal year variant has, so that you can use it as a shortcut later on. It's OB29 basically. I know what the T code is. So there you are. As I told you, last four digits are the T codes OB29. Let's go inside using an execute button. I go inside and see that there are 120 entries here. Doesn't matter, we create our own because we are setting up a company code from the scratch so that you learn better. As usual, how do we create a new fiscal year variant, or how do we create an entry here? Very simple, we go with new entries. Click on new entries, you'll see a blank screen, blank fields where you can enter anything you wish to. Now, FV stands for fiscal year variant, description, year dependent, calendar year, number of posting periods, number of special periods. I shall cover one by one each of them. Let's start with FV. As I told you, FV stands for fiscal year variant. This is 2 digits alpha numeric. My company code is 9001. It of course wouldn't fit here because this is only 2 digits alphanumeric. As I told you in my earlier video, alphanumeric does mean characters, but you better not use special characters such as symbols, hyphen, at the rate, and so on. Use alphabets or numbers, and both, of course. So I would choose 91 because my company code is 9001. Let's go to description. I would say fiscal year variant for 9001. Well, many students ask me, what do we put in description? What do we enter in description? Now, it's a common sense. As it says description, it is freely enterable text. So you can put anything you wish to so that you can recognize what your fiscal year variant was. I can also put in here Samsung for better understanding. Clear here? Next. For now, I'm skipping this year dependent and calendar year columns. I'll come back to it later. Now, next, number of posting periods. What does this posting period mean? Does it ring any bells? I'll show you. Okay. As I told you, we'll be discussing fiscal year and then posting period. So I'm now coming to posting periods. Now, I can tell you with an example, just bear for a minute. April. Anyone? Why am I starting with April? Because I already told you we will be using financial year in our company code. Okay. Okay, I just guess April here. Which month is it in a year? Fourth month. May is fifth, sixth, and so on. Right? These are months and serial number, I would say. As per my calendar. This is what my calendar shows, that April is fourth and May is a fifth month. But according to business, tell me which month is April? Or to not confuse you, I can put it here. That should be better. April, since my business starts from April, the bookkeeping starts from April, new books. So April is my first month of business. Agree? And May is second month, third, fourth, fifth, and so on. Sorry. 10, 11, and finally 12. Agreed? These are nothing but my posting periods. April being my first month, May second month, third and fourth, and so on as per my business. Now, we used fiscal year as we use financial year as my fiscal year. That is April to March. What if we use calendar year in our business? So these would be the posting periods itself, correct? Right from January till December, it would be 1 to 12. So no confusion. Clear? I hope I'm clear here. Posting periods are nothing but sequence of the months your business uses, right from the beginning till end. So how many posting periods do we have? 12. In the number of posting periods, I enter 12. Clear? Now, in case of shortened fiscal year, it may have less than 12 months, so less than 12 periods. For example, 6 periods. I would enter 6 here. Clear? Now, coming back to next, number of special periods. What are these special periods? Look, for example, here, give me a moment. I'm just trying to make it more convenient for you to understand. Here, this way, center it up. Okay, that's too much here. I hope this helps. This should help. I'm confident. So here, 1 to 9 periods. 1 to 9 periods are 1 to 9 period, that is April to December, form part of this 2017. As we already discussed here, under financial year, an example I took was 1st April 2017 till 31st March 2018. So 1st April 2017 till December 31st is 2017. Then January till March is my 2018. Agreed. This is as per my calendar. But what fiscal year is it basically? It is still 2017 fiscal year, my friends. Careful. Okay. Though the posting periods are divided into 2 years, it is still my financial year 2017. So coming back to my special posting periods thing. For example, this March, 31st March is end of my fiscal year. Later on, during your year end closing, you find out that there are few audit adjustment entries to be made. Now, audit adjustment entries are to be made depending on which quarter they fall in. So thus there is a provision of special posting periods wherein you can enter your audit entries. Now, you may ask, why can't we post into these periods itself? Here, let me tell you, when you are into April posting period is open. Open means ready for postings. But when you move on to May, April is closed. When you move on to June, June is open, others are closed. Okay, let me restart. For example, this is open and remaining all posting periods are closed at the moment. Why? To have a control over users so that they do not post by mistakenly into other posting periods. Else it would show a wrong TB for a month if you're reporting for a month. So for security reasons, for safety reasons, May till March are closed because you're still in April. Once you reach April end and when you have done your month end closings, when you have done your month end close, next May is opened and April is closed. Clear? So when you're done with May and you're done with month end closings, your June is opened and May is closed. Clear? Now, this is called open and close of posting periods. This is our next activity. In fact, this video, I'll be showing you how to open and close a posting period. Trust me, guys, it's going to be very interesting. Just wait for it. Okay. Now, going back to my special posting periods, the question was, why can't you post in those months itself? I have already made clear that my previous periods gets closed. How can you post into them? One may ask, so what if someone has a right to open? Correct. Someone may have right to open them, but only at a higher management. That too, that will require a lot of signatures and approvals from the higher management to open a previous posting period, because that will lead to a question in auditing. Yes, whenever you open or close a posting period, it is being tracked down each and every time. Every activity is tracked down, making a room for auditors to analyze what was happening in the system. Okay. Now, so special posting periods cannot be posted in your previous periods because they are closed. Thus, there is requirement of few posting periods. For example, my business asks me, or business requirement is to post audit entries for each quarter. Here, here, and this. They ask me that they need to post a few audit adjustment entries in each quarter. What do? I can have special posting periods: 13, 14, 15, and 16. So why 13, 14, 15, and 16? Very simple logic. It's just continuation of my existing posting periods. After 12, it's 13, 14, 15, 16. Now, your next question. 10th corresponds to January, 5th corresponds to August, 11th corresponds to February, and 12th corresponds to March. Does 13, 14, 15, 16 correspond to April of next year? May, June, July of next year? No, my friends. 13, 14, 15, 16 do not correspond to any of the months. These are purely posting periods without assignment of months. Okay. We will, in our future videos, when we reach at a stage of posting, we can, in fact, I shall surely show you how do you post in the special posting periods. There are some prerequisites to be met and very important interview questions are to be coming from there. Okay. Now, a bonus question for you. I'm not jotting it down anywhere on the system. Just listen. A question in an interview. How many posting periods, I repeat, how many posting periods can be created in the system? Okay, this is my question. I shall answer your question in few minutes. Just wait for it. Okay, so coming back to my SAP screen, what was the requirement? System asks me what are the number of special posting periods. Okay, so how many special posting periods? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's enter 4 here. Okay. Now, time for my interview question. How many posting periods? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. How many digits is it? Its system is accepting basically 3 digits here. So the maximum number of posting periods can be maintained are 999. Now, sir, how can we maintain 999 periods? We only have 12, correct? I can tell you, I can explain you, but let me go more deeper. I'll get back to this question very soon. Okay? This is a very important interview question where you can trick the interviewer. Yes, because interviewers do not expect such answers from students basically. So you may be like an impact creator to your interviewer. You can explain him why is it 999. It's getting very interesting now. So let me get back to here. It's 12 posting periods and 4 special periods. Done with these two? Now, I skipped 2 things here. One is year dependent and calendar year. Let me talk about calendar year first. What is a calendar year? As we have already discussed, calendar year is something which starts from 1st January till 31st December. All right. So once I click here, calendar year, system would consider this to be a calendar year Jan to December. Okay. Uh, mm, that was quite simple to tell you, but I think I need to tell you something more about this. Give me a moment. I'll explain you in a few minutes. Let's keep this for a moment. I have something else to show you here. We are done. What did I mention till now is that this is my fiscal year variant 9-1, which I entered randomly. Number of posting periods 12 and special posting periods 4. It's time we tell to the system that first that April is my first month, May is my second month, and so on. So select your entry. How do we select this entry? Just click on this brick or a block on your left. Click and it selects your entry. After selecting your entry, please double click on periods on your left. Look here. So what do? I select the field here. I select the entry and double click on periods. Look, a new screen comes up again with blank fields. When there are blank fields, you need to expect a button where you can enter in the fields. Here again, you have new entries. Upon clicking new entries, these fields are open for you to edit and you can type in anything here. So, month, April, yes, it accepts only numbers, not alphabets. 4 stands for April, 5 stands for May, and so on. How many days in a month? In April, I know there are 30 days. In May, I know there are 31 days. April stands as first posting period in my business, and May stands as a second posting period in my business. Next. So, June has 30 days, which forms third period. July has 31 days again, which is my fourth period. August has 31 days, which is my fifth period. So let me just copy paste here so that we are quickly done with this. Oops, sorry. There you go. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, fine. 30 days, 31, 30, 31, 31. February, I'm picking 28 days, and March, 31 days. So period 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Done? Done. Now, let me repeat for you. April has 30 days, first period, May has 31 days, and so on. So you must be wondering, what does year shift do? I never used it in, I did not use in any of the entries above, but I'll be using for January, February, and March. Look here. I use here -1, and -1. Now, what does this -1 convey, or what is the significance of this year shift? Now, guys, as I've already told you that I'm using financial year April till March. Let's take an example, April 2017. From here, April till December is 2017. But how about January, February, March? January, February, and March correspond to 2018, correct? But though they fall under 2018 calendar year, my business year is still 2017. April 2017 till March 2018 is still 2017 is my fiscal year. Remember, though these 9 periods fall under 27 and 3 periods under 2018, my whole fiscal year is 2017 yet. So under -1, I'm telling to the system that though January, February, March falls under 2018, it basically belongs to my previous fiscal year, that is 2017. I hope you understood this. Okay. In case of any further doubts, you can just, in fact, you can press F1 here, click on the screen and F1 or this icon help. System shall show you the information regarding this field. Look, it says -1 if the fiscal year is before the calendar year. Let me just justify why -1. Look, read again. -1 is the fiscal year before the calendar year. So what is my fiscal year here? 2017, and my calendar year for this month is 2018. So my fiscal year is before the calendar year 2018. So -1. I hope it solves. All the best. So I'm done with this. Let me save this. A quick question. Let me come back to my question about maximum posting periods. Here, looking at this configuration, I say April is for 30 days, May for 31 days, where I have control over number of days as well. So what if I have here 4? That means April 1 day, April 2nd day, 3rd day. That means each day can be configured as a period, correct? I can use this way. Try it later on, huh? Please. Here, for example, let me copy this. April, 1 day is 1 period. And again, here, April, 2nd day, 3rd day, 4th day are 2, 3, 4, and so on. 30. So April having 30 days, 1 day is equal to each period. So the total number of periods for April are 30, and so on for each of the months. So how many total posting periods do you think we will be seeing? You will be seeing total of 365 posting periods. 365 days is equal to 365 posting periods. Clear? So this is the reason. So this is the reason why here this field posting period can accept 3 digits. Okay. Now you may question that the maximum posting periods we can practically maintain are 365 or 366 depending on the leap year. Why is system accepting 999? Now this is I cannot say this is a bug, but this is a limitation in the software. where the technical person or developer has set 3 digits maximum. Instead, he could have set a coding saying that 366 is maximum, but he said 3 digits maximum. So 3 digits maximum include till 999. Okay, this was an interview question where interviewer asks you how many maximum posting periods can you maintain. It's basically 12 regular posting periods and 4 special posting periods, combining to total 16. Oh, sorry, combining to total 16 posting periods. Where is that counting? Yeah, there you go. But so this is a basic answer which you need to tell him, and you can add that 999, but there is a possibility to enter 999 regular posting periods and 999 special posting periods. Yes, the number of posting periods here are 2 digits allowed. So basically 99 is the limit. I set it. Clear till here? So moving forward, let me repeat this. Basically, the maximum number of posting periods you can maintain are 12 regular posting periods and 4 special posting periods, total 16 posting periods. But the system accepts 999 and 999. Okay, this should amaze your interviewer. So coming back to these two things I skipped. Calendar year. If I said this check mark, what would happen? As I told you, system would consider it as a calendar year. So what? Here's the thing. When you select this fiscal year variant as your calendar year, system would by default understand that it is from January to December. What if I try to double click on periods as I did earlier? System stops me and says periods cannot be maintained for calendar dependent financial year variance. So system tells me that I know what a calendar year means. You need not tell me how many months or which month has how many days. Once I deselect this and go inside, system allows me. Clear? Good. Now, so we are not using the calendar year for now. Let's go to year dependent. Year dependent means for a specific calendar year, how many months am I going to use? This is a very rarely used checkbox. You can ignore it for now. So let me save this information. I'm done with setting up fiscal year variant. I cannot see this. Why is it not visible? Excuse me. Let me remove this taskbar to hide and apply. Okay. Okay. It's not big. So let's get back. The next step, assign company code to a fiscal year variant. We have created a fiscal year variant, but it's of no use unless you assign it to a company code. So let's assign it to the company code, and the T code for this is OB37. Another fact about T codes, that the alphabets combining a T code, for example, OB29, OB37, does not have any relevance. So do not try to find why was this named after, why was this T code named after this such a nomenclature. No reasons behind. Let's get inside assign company code to a fiscal year variant. Here I have many company codes on the list. Let's find our company code. 9001 is my company code. So 9001 Samsung Electronics Private Limited fiscal year variant is 91, which I just created. You should remember what you're creating. Else you can just drop down and check. It takes some time, of course. It's here. FE49001 Samsung. Remember the description. I entered the description so that I can recognize what fiscal year variant I have created. Here you go. So save. Yeah, system would give you some warnings here and there saying that the fiscal year, that this company code 9254 is not assigned to fiscal year variant. Sorry, but I'm not concerned about those company codes. I'm only concerned about 9001. So you can skip this warning. There are three types of error messages, or three types of messages in the bottom. The first one is the red color. Yes, the red. That's an error message. System does not let you move forward. The second are the warning messages, that they are basically in yellow. Let me just tell you here. Warning and information. Basically, errors are in red. Warnings are in yellow or an amber color. Information is basically in green. Error means you cannot go past unless you rectify the error. It stops you basically. Warning is system wants you not to leave, but you can skip the warning by pressing the enter key. And information, you need not do nothing. It's just an information saying, for example, your data is saved, transaction is posted, congratulations, and so on. So here what we're seeing should be warnings, but you cannot see in the taskbar. I don't know why this taskbar is rigid here. Let me show you here, this way. Look, the warnings. So you can just press enter and skip them, bypass them basically. Look, green is for data was saved and so on, information. Once you go back, the warnings should appear. Look, warnings appear. Yellow color, just press enter, you skip them. Okay, I hope you understood. Next, we are done with fiscal year variant. Now, let's head on to posting period variant. Now, what does a posting period variant mean? Posting period you have already seen. Let me describe this thing. This can better be emphasized by saying it is open and close posting periods. Yes, posting period variant is nothing but open and close posting periods. This term, open and close posting periods, does it ring any bells to you? Few minutes ago, I spoke about this here, if you remember, that a month is closed, opened, then the next month is open, the previous month is closed. Who does that? The business does. That's the open and close posting periods. As I told you, we will be discussing this. I am now discussing it. Open and close posting periods. So let's head on to the SAP screen. In the same head, fiscal year and posting periods, we have covered fiscal year variance. Now we are up to posting period variance. Under posting periods, we have this menu. You have 4 options, but we will be looking after only 1, 2, and 3. You may be seeing 3 options here, but I'm seeing only 1. In fact, I'm seeing only 2 here. I'll tell you how. Let's go to the first option, define variants for open posting periods. The T code is OBBO. Let's head inside. There are certain variants, 114. Let's create our variant. New entries. Now, let's create variants similar to your company code name, 9001, and variant for 9001 Samsung Electronics and so on. As I told you, description, it's again the description, it's up to you. Whatever you wish to enter, you can enter so that you remember what you have created. That's it in the screen. Just remember 9001 and save. Okay. Next step in a row. Assign variants to company code. Very simple. You only need to assign 9001 to your company code. Extremely simple. You can do it on your own. I'll show you anyways. The T code for the same is OBBP. Go inside. Find out your company code 9001 on your left. Correct? Now, what should be the variant assigned here? Did you guess? Yes. 9001, which we have just created. Save. I use Control S to save, to do it quickly, because this is not such a big step for you now. You are at a level where you can understand what assignment to company code is basically. Left side you have a company code and right side you have the thing or assignment object. Next, open and close posting periods. This is the place where I need you to concentrate on. The first two were very simple. First one was create a variant and assign it to company code. Basically only one step. Now this is the second step. Open and close posting periods. T code is OB52, the last 4 digits. Let's head inside and see how can you open or close a posting period. It's going to be very interesting. Let's head inside. So I see many variants here, Z's, ones, oh my god, too many. Are we concerned about this? No. Since we are creating a company code from the scratch, let's go with new entries. You should always do this. What's a variant? Or do one thing. Let me just input all the details and explain you one by one what I input. That should be simple for you. 9001, 9001, 9001. Okay. Okay, let's see. Plus A, D, K, M, and S. Do we count? Nah. Z's. For example, 120. 17 till 12, 2017, and so on. I copy this here, 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 and here. 13, 13, 13, 13, 13. Meanwhile, you can note down if you're noting down in your notebooks. Always maintain a notebook what I tell, because I always, in fact, I usually tell what interview questions are and blah blah. So better have a note of them. I missed something here. Sorry, I used extra. Okay, I press enter, and there you go, no errors. So let's start with the first column. VAR dot obviously stands for a variant. Remember, we just created a variant and assigned it to a company code. This is the same. Next. Very, very important. A column stands for account type. This is a very important interview question. Very, very important interview question and very frequently asked in interviews, either experienced or freshers. What is an account type? In SAP, basically you have 5 types of accounts. That's A, D, K, M, and S. A stands for assets, D stands for customers, K stands for vendors, M stands for material, and S stands for general ledger, basically GL. Now, correct, you may be wondering why A for assets is fine, why D for customers, K for vendors. Since SAP is developed in Germany, it has an influence from German language. So just skip. You can just remember what ADKMS is. Assets, customers, vendor, material, and GLs. The transactions in SAP are divided into broadly these categories only. You either have asset transactions, customer transaction, vendor transaction, material transaction, or general ledger transactions. Simple, correct? So, what are the examples of asset transactions? Since this is a very important interview question, I'm just digging deep into it. Assets, we have acquisitions of an asset, retirement, depreciations, and so on, etc., etc. Asset transaction, basically. Customers, we have sales or incoming payments. From vendor, we have purchases, outgoing payments. Material, we have procurement, and so on. General ledger, what do you think would be covered in general ledger? Basically, any transaction which does not fall under the above 4 falls under this general ledger transaction. Agree? For example, what does general ledger have? I can say salaries, which does not fall under either of my assets, customer, vendor, or material. No. Next, prepaid booking or an expense booking does not fall under any of the above. Correct? So this is what I said. Any transaction which does not fall under any of the above 4 categories falls under general ledger. This is a very important question. Interviewer may ask you, what are the account types in SAP? Then your answer should be that there are majorly five account types: assets, customers, vendors, material, and general ledger. That's it. That's it. So come back to the SAP. Understood ADKMS by now? Good. Coming to the next, from account to account. Let me skip this for a moment. I'll come back to them. Let me jump on to this. From period 1, year, to period, year, from period 2, year, to period, and year finally. Okay, let me just bring them closer so that you have a bird's eye view. So guys, let me start with from account. Oh, sorry. From period 1. As I told you, here we have April open, we have May close, 6th, and so on. What if, because assuming since look, I'm in February now, Which period does February fall under? February falls under 11th period of 2017. So I would say I need 11th period of 2017 open. That means the posting period 11 is open here. From 11, starting of 11 till end of 11, that is starting of February till end of February. This is how you close the remaining periods. If your 11 is open, the range I have given is 11 to 11. That's it. No other posting period is open. Just imagine if I remove one here. That means first period till 11th period are open. That means first period till 11th February are open. If you wish to open all the posting periods right from April to March, what would you use? You would use 1 to 12. Correct. First period of 2017, 12th period of 2017. Now, let me guess what your doubt is. When you're using first period, April falls under 2017, that is fine. But the 12th period falls under 2018. Should it be 2018 or 2017 here? No, guys, it's 2017. Because we have already told in my fiscal year variant year shift. Remember the column year shift -1? We have already told to the system that January, February, and March fall under 2017. So periods 1 to 12 fall under 2017, though the calendar year is different. My fiscal year is 2017 still. I hope this solves. Next, it says from period 2 period and year. This is basically used for my special posting periods here, 13 till 16. Actually, there is also another use for this, I'll tell you. Next thing here, authorization group. What is this authorization group? This is done by security consultants or basically basis consultants where only few users are provided access to previous posting periods. This is an advanced topic I am telling you now, which I should not discuss at the moment. Probably I can discuss this later on in remaining videos. I don't want to confuse you. So leave this authorization group for now. Next. Just remember that authorization group is used for authorizing a few users for backdated postings. Next. Come back to these fields from account and to account, which I skipped earlier. Here. From account means, let's take an example of this. What does S stand for? S stands for a GL, as I already discussed you in the account types. S stands for General Ledger, basic GL. I have few expenses accounts such as salary account, then rent account, rent expense account, and so on. In SAP, GLs are basically recognized using a number. It can be any number. We'll discussing it later on. For example, this is 40000 and this is 4001. 400 stands for salary account and 4001 stands for rent account. So what if I wish to restrict certain postings? I would enter, if I wish to allow salary account and disallow my rent expense, what would I do? I can enter here 4000 and here instead of Z's I would enter 4000. Understood? So this is what from account and to account is. So why did we enter Z here? So I didn't wish to restrict any of my accounts here, so I enter from, that is anything to anything. Z in SAP means till the end, unmasked account types. Okay, from anything to anything is applicable here. Then why didn't we use here? You tell me, why didn't we use account from and to in the plus? By the way, this is the most awaited moment you have been here. What is plus? We understood what A, D, K, M, S is. But what is plus? Plus is not an account type. Remember, do not include this when an interviewer asks you. Do not include plus as an account type. This is not an account type. This is used in here only fiscal, only open and close posting periods. Let me open this for you, the drop down. What does plus say? Valid for all account types. Okay, let's take a look at others as well. A for SSD for customer, vendors, materials, GLs. Contract accounts is never used, so I did not mention this. Valid for all account types. So this entry is mandatory, please. Okay, coming back to my question, why didn't we fill the fields from accountant to account here? The reason is I can mention here from to account if I have any is asset, customer or material or GL. But what can I mention here? Plus is no account type. So these fields are blank. Okay, I hope I have answered most of your queries which you have raised. And let's save this. I know this is quite not complicated, but not so easy to understand at a first glance. You may need some practice. I've been seeing many students who come up with certain doubts in this stream. Well, I have covered almost all the doubts which basically students asked for. Okay, let's move on. So we are done with fiscal year variant and posting periods as our today's topic. So we would discuss the remaining topics in next videos, but before you leave, the whole time in this video I was wondering if I could show you using the posting periods. Let's go now. Let me use OB29. Let me open a new session and use OB29. Do we reach there? Let's wait for it. Yeah, there you are. Remember the OB29? Remember how we went inside through a navigation? The same thing is here through a T code. Look here, 91 Samsung. I know this is pretty simple using a T code, but since you're at a beginner stage, always use paths, always use the navigation. Later stages, you can practice using the T codes when you set up newer company codes. Just keep on practicing. Another short thing which I would want to tell you is using the prefixes in the T codes. This is not a specific topic, but a generic thing which you should come across using SAP. Prefixes in a T code. What are these? Let's take an example of OB29. OB29. I randomly chose OB29. You can choose any T code. Basically, general rule for T codes is that T codes work only when you are in easy access. The thumb rule. T code work only when you are in easy access. What's an easy access? As I click a new session, I create a new session, you have SAP easy access. This is where T codes work. Let me try. OB29. Loading. There you are. Now, let me try some other T code. Let me try OBBO. Yeah, just choose a T code. Let me type in here. OBBO. What do you expect? Do you expect this posting period variant to be opening? Let's see. Whoa, nothing happens. This is what I told you, that T codes work only on SAP Easy Access, not on any other T code. Do you want to try on display IMG? Yes, of course. Let me try. OB29. What do you guess? Should it open? Let's press enter. No, because this ain't easy access. Remember, this itself is a T code, SPRO. So no T code works on another screens other than SAP Easy Access. So how do I get it working? When you are on other screens, for example, I'm on screen other than SAP Easy Access. So what T code should I use? How do I use OB29? I need to use some prefixes to let the T code work. It's like a patch kind of thing. There are two prefixes basically. One is /o. Oops, sorry. It's / no, slash does not work. Yeah, now it's working. /o, and the second is / I guess there are some shortcuts going on here. / no. Yeah. There are two prefixes, /o, not 0. It's O. So what does /o and /n work for? An example, if I'm using OB29, in the first case, I would be using I'll be using / work out, come on. No. Yeah. /o OB29. Oops, sorry. OB29. This is how it works. If it's /n, how does it work? It's /n OB29. Now, how do they work? Why two different prefixes? Let me tell you. /o creates a new session for the T code entered, and /n replaces an existing session. Understood? Let's try it now practically. Let's try OB29 first. /o. So right now I see that I'm on some screen. Okay. When I try OB29 without a prefix, of course it should not work. Let me try since I'm already in OB29, let me go inside another T code. For example, I'm in OBBO. Oh, sorry, OBBO. I'm in some T code. OB29 shouldn't work. So let's use a prefix. The first one, /o OB29. What are we expecting? Let me see how many sessions do I have here open. Let me close a few. Remember, I currently have only 3 sessions. SAP Easy Access, then the display IMG, and my very own OBBO. So now I'm using OB29 /o OB29. According to my explanation, system should create a new session for OB29, posting period variant. Sorry, the fiscal year variant. So let me press enter. Of course, this should work. I'm just waiting. Yeah, there you go. So there's a new session. How is it new session? Let me show you. Here, look, there are no 4 sessions. The easy access, display IMG, my OBBO, and OB29. Clear? Understood how this works now? Create a new session for the T code /o OB29. For example, I'm just closing this again. I'm again back to my OBBOT code. Let me use /n OB29 for now, for this time. What should it do? This screen will be removed or replaced with OB29. Okay, so we have here SAP Easy Access, Display IMG, and Chain View Posting Periods. Okay, let me try /n OB29. There you go. Let me show how many sessions. There are 3. So where's my OBBO? It's long gone. Understood what /n and /o does? These were just basic maneuvers you need to try when you are navigating here and there in SAP. Do try them. And I used T codes OB29, OBBO instead of the transaction names, only assuming that you have already understood my today's video. Else you will be confused what OB29 and OBBO were. Okay, so please practice, then go for this /n/o, the prefixes thing. Okay, hope you understood my today's session. I'll be back with next topics in my next videos. See ya. Thank you.